Forestry, Environment and Natural Resources is live on the Citizen Business Center tonight. Mr. Ondieki, thank you so much for joining us. Now, we can go back in history, and say Nairobi was built in the wrong place. We're more people than Nairobi could ever handle, and you've just told me that the last drainage system was actually done in the 1970s.
Correct.
Why are we sleeping? Why do we have why do we have leadership that's not doing anything?
It is not okay. It's a combination of several factors: design, structural, budgetary constraints, then attitudes and behaviors. So really the issue is, let us all agree that mistakes have happened. We can do it better. What I need to tell first is that our thoughts and prayers, as the governor said, are with the people who lost their lives and those who lost their properties. Basically, our mandate is to ensure that Nairobians are happy. But nobody could have contemplated this scenario of events, that in one day we will have rainfall of more than 190 milliliters. That's a lot of rain. That's like what we get for 3-4 months. But
you say that, but then I remember that a few weeks ago the Meteorological Department actually said that the Nairobians should brace themselves for floods. And I want to assume that the county government received the same message as well. And you talk of budgetary constraints, but now we understand that the Dr. Kidero has released 50 million shillings to help us cope with blocking the drainages. Why were we caught unprepared yet the information was out?
Okay, I have the report from the Meteorological Department here with me. They had predicted that between 4th and 11th of May we were going to get normal rains. I have their report here between 12th and 18th May. They are saying that still we will have no more rains. So the bottom line still, I am not going to be of the school where I blame, because nobody could have contemplated this scenario of events. So the best thing is that let us agree that there is a mistake. We have been caught our pants down, whether you are citizens, you are the county, you are a Kura, you are a Kenha, because roads in Nairobi also fall under multiple agencies. Some are under Kura, some are under Kenha, some are under Nairobi City County. So we are not going into that, because that is not really solving the issue. The bottom line is that together we can make a difference.
So how do we begin to make a difference today?
Today we begin to make a difference by appreciating the fact that the global predictions from meteorological departments are saying that the El Nino phenomenon is coming back. The hot air in the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean is blowing towards our end. That means that we are going to have unusual rainfall, which is heavy. So let us be prepared. Let us make sure that the drainage systems in our front is actually unblocked. Let us make sure that we don't throw garbage, solid waste into the drainage system. Let us also be prepared that when we have this kind of challenge, because we have seen them in Philippines, we have seen them in the US, let us not drive through water when we can see that it is flooding. Let us address that from a technical viewpoint.
Talking about preparation, and I just want to think about the last 2 days inside your office, for instance. What kind of discussions have you been having? If we say let us be prepared, but how are we?
Yeah, you can see like our office, we have been prepared to work as a team. The minister in charge of roads, Mohammed, my colleague Odongo, myself and all the other engineers and officers have been in the field trying to unblock, because there is irritation due to various constructions that are going on. There is irritation of the drainage system. Then there is also blockage by residents themselves. They throw garbage carelessly into the drainage system and into the rivers. So a river, if there is heavy water, it must get its way. And you remember, this is a natural flow of the river. So if it encounters encroachment, somebody has built on the river, it has to create it its own way. That's why we are saying people must be responsible. Number one, they should not build in riparian areas. Those are meant to allow free flow of water when there is flooding.
But we understand when it comes to building, on waterways and stuff like that, the people we are talking to are not people who will just listen to, a statement like do not build on a waterway. So what is there legal action that can be taken? Can those particular houses be brought down? Because if it is on a waterway, then it is illegal.
Okay, we're taking a combination of measures. Number one, we are working closely with NEMA to ensure that all riparian area, 15 meters from the center of the river, on both sides are clear, so that the river has a wide axis to be able to flow. And we are going to demolish any, whether it's a fence or a building that is on a river or a structure.
When are these demolitions going to happen?
We were supposed to feast all rivers of Nairobi, Ngong River, Nairobi River, Mathare and Mutoini, but the governor was out of the country because of another important meeting. When he comes back, the Director General Okura, the County Commissioner, myself and other technical officers will feast all those areas, so that we sensitize the people that it is not proper to obstruct the flow of rivers.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
People have done that, and that is impunity. So they cannot do impunity and then they turn around and blame other agencies when a disaster happens. Let us all take responsibility that we have behaved badly. And therefore we need to soul search on why we are behaving so badly, and this is a global city.
Talking of bad manners, Nairobi is terribly dirty, and it's getting dirtier by the day. You know, you drive through the streets of Nairobi, we know there are people who clean, but for some reason it probably is the first time that Nairobi is the dirtiest that it's ever been. What is the county and you're in charge of that department?
Yeah, what I can say, Terry, to be honest with you, the cleanliness in the CBD has improved, because we started in enforcing zoning, so that we clean according to the zones. We started with the CBD, it is working. Remember, Terry, in Aga Khan Walk, it used to stink like a toilet. People used to go to the toilet there. But now we have cleared all that mess. Now we are clearing to the estates. But if we have a situation, if the trees drop their leaves, that's understandable. We can pick the leaves. But if people drop garbage anywhere where they eat their maize, they take their yogurt, they take their soda, they drop it there. Surely the work of the county is not to pick litter.
It is, well, not to pick litter, but you know, to collect garbage. 10,000 youth from NYS, are you ready for them? Is there a plan on where they're going to start working?
We have an integrated master plan. If it is waste management, we have the road sector programs that were ongoing, and if they come, we shall collaborate and be able to realize the full potential of all these sectors, because we believe the county has capacity to address all these issues. All we need is that we have to work together as a team, the residents, the other agencies, the county, and all the relevant officers. But you cannot just behave badly and say Kancho or the Gidero or Ondieki will correct. That is not the right attitude. All right.
However, we are all in agreement that mistakes have been made, and the county government is where the buck stops. So,
and that's why we are saying we cannot come here and pretend that we are saints. We know that we are not saints, but we are saying we have done everything within our powers to ensure that things can move forward.
I don't think
we
so.
We have laid the framework, we have put the budget.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so, Mr. Ondieki. I think the county council is a bigger, the Kenyan citizens are the bigger saints, and you're the bad saints in this particular situation. But thank you so much for shedding light on that, and we absolutely hope that we do not have to face a situation where children are stuck
My appeal
in
to the Nairobians is
in the middle of the night.
They unblock their drainage systems, so that when the rains comes, we don't have to have this kind of mess.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and that is Mr. Evans Ondieki, CEC in charge of environment from Nairobi County Council, County Government. Well, we're taking a short break now. We'll be back with more